Hey everyone, Prestito here. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about runes and how to get involved step by step, covering everything you possibly need to know if you want to get into runes. So obviously runes have been taking over all the hype lately, even taking hype away from the Ethereum ecosystem. I mean, fees on Ethereum are super low at the moment, but fees on Bitcoin ecosystem are really high. So it just shows you where the hype is. Also, it's taking away hype from ordinals and everything. So everyone's really focused on runes. So it's always important to stay up to date with what's hyped and get involved and try be early. And that's why also at the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys two projects on runes that I'm personally very bullish on. And it's basically the two I'm mainly focused on, that I'm the most bullish on. And then I'm going to be showing you guys how to get started from installing the wallet and which wallet to use and how to use it, to the marketplaces and everything you need to know. So hopefully this video will be valuable for you guys and helpful. Make sure to subscribe if it does and leave a comment, always appreciate that. So let's get started. So first up, obviously the wallet. I always recommend Unisat wallet just because it's so versatile with the BTC ecosystem in general. It's good for everything. So I think this is the go-to one that I would recommend. I use it for everything and it's never given me any issues. So simply go to unisat.io and get it as a Chrome extension. Obviously, if you're on your phone, then there's other options. But on your PC, download Chrome extension and make sure you choose Taproot. This is for ordinals and runes and so on. Obviously, if you're doing SRC20, then you would choose native SegWit. But for runes, you want to pick Taproot. So that's the wallet setup. Then it will look like this. If you open your Unisat wallet, you can see you can set up your different accounts and just make sure it is on Taproot. You can see your different wallets. And if you go to the settings, address type here, it will show Taproot, which is what it has to be. So moving on, let's go to minting. So obviously this could be considered the most important part. Obviously you want to mint things as soon as possible and get in before the others. But of course, note, these days in crypto especially, things move so quickly that in my opinion, you're already quite late. I did make a video almost, well, actually at the beginning of April on runes. So that was as early as it could get. But for minting, it is not really worth it in my opinion, unless you find some really pro alpha. Just because it's a bit late, everyone is minting. You can see how many mints there are. So the hype is really kind of peaking. And again, like SRC20, everything was memes in the beginning. Now it's shifting to looking for legit projects. So I think that's the next thing that you need to be early on in runes. Legit projects that are launching and getting in before the others, hopefully in the pre-sale phase. Like I made a video, also the one in April covering runes terminal, which I'll be covering later in the video, which I'm really bullish on. But anyways, let's go to how to mint in case you guys do want to mint something. So it's really straightforward. Actually, you need to head to luminex.io. I'll leave all the links to these sites in the description. So you click on the correct links and you don't get wallet drained. Obviously, there's tons of scam risk everywhere. So make sure you're extra careful. So you want to find a rune you want to mint. So you can sort it either by name, progress. So you can see what's almost minted out. You can sort it by the amount of mints, the amount of holders, the number of which rune it was when it was created. You can see the first one was uncommon goods, and then you can see all the others that were created. Obviously these are all going to be probably minted out. So let's go by holders, just so you can see something that is still available. So we can see what there is here, and we can skip down to ones that are still available. You can see, for example, this one. This is actually currently trading, and the team set the circulating supply to this amount, so you can't actually mint that. So for example, if you click on it, you'll see rune is not mintable. So that's something just to keep in mind in case you do get confused. But let's just go to a random, for example, short the world, and we click on mint. So for this one to mint, here you can put in how many you want to mint. It will auto populate, so you don't need to do anything with regards to that. But you do have two options. You have pre-split and auto split. So pre-split is the faster way. You can see it will all be done in one block, so it's a faster option. So this I'd recommend if there's not many mints left and you want to make sure you get in as quick as possible. So then you just choose this pre-split, because this is done in the one block, whereas auto split is done over 2+ blocks, where you can see they have split plus mint. So there's higher limits, but it's slower. So you can mint a lot more, but it is going to be slower. Also, what I noticed when I minted is that the pre-split gas fees tend to be a bit higher than when you choose auto split as well. And then further to that, once you have made your selection, you can choose your gas fees. So this I'd always recommend just to go custom and make it a bit higher than what it actually is. The increase is negligible, but it will make you not get front run by others, and then other people mint it and you left out. So that's something to note. Obviously, it also depends how many mints are left. If it's still super early, like this one, for example, then it's not really necessary to make the gas fee super high, because you can see there's 269 mints pending and it's only 8% done. So that is something also to keep in mind. So that's simply how you mint, and then you can just click on mint. Obviously in my wallet, as you can see, it says error because there's not enough Bitcoin in my wallet, but you can, if you do have enough, obviously you just click mint and it's simple as that. Then there's etching. So the etching tab is if you want to create your own rune token, where you can input all the information here and create it. And then transfer as well. If you want to transfer runes to another address, you can use this, but it's also in your Unisat wallet. So if you go in Unisat, go to runes, you can see some of the ones I minted. You can just click send, and it's as simple as that. So that is the process for minting runes. Really simple. So next up, we're going to be looking at the marketplaces, obviously, where you will be trading runes. So there's two ones that I recommend, which are the main ones. There's OKX and there's Unisat. OKX, I'd say, is the leading one at the moment, so I'll go through this one a bit more in detail, and I just prefer the interface over Unisat personally. So you can see, actually, just to mention, that most are actually memes. So everything pretty much is just meme coins. So it's quite degen, very volatile, and you'll see that by the changes in price and so on, which I'll cover. So let's just go over the interface and what is what. So you'll be able to see here everything that's trading. It's sorted default by the amount of volume there is. You can see this one has 2 billion volume, which is actually really insane numbers. And that's in addition to what there is on Unisat as well, which is also really big volume. Then you can see the price in sats, and under that it shows the price in euro or whatever currency it's set to. And then it shows you the total market cap, the price change, the number of sales, and the amount of holders. So you can see it's really volatile. I mean, this one's up 35%, this one's down 40%, some are down 70%, some are up a lot. So it's really degen. It's just, in my opinion, it's still really gambling if you're betting on meme coins. That's why I say, in my opinion, wait for the legit projects to come out. These ones, I think, will top it over here. And those are going to be the ones that are worth holding and getting into. So if you do want to buy Genesis Rune, for example, you simply click on it. It'll show you in order of the cheapest which ones are for sale. You can sort it as you want, but obviously low to high is the one you want to check it out on. And it will show you here the total price. For example, this guy's selling 84,000 for 19.8 sats, which you can buy for €1,000 total. And then it moves on. This guy's got same price, but a bit less listed. So if you want to buy only 500 instead of 1,000, you can do that. So that's basically how it works. You can also click on analytics to see the price chart, the activity, your listings, and so on. Also, what's really interesting, if you guys do want to check, for example, how much it was actually per mint, if these people even up at all. So for example, the Satoshi Nakamoto, the second most popular one, you can see market cap, it's quite high. You can see here all the listings. So you can go to Luminex, search for Satoshi Nakamoto, which you can see here. And here it will show you that the limit per mint was 100 tokens. So you can see people listing 100 tokens at the moment for €360. So you can see per mint, that's what people made. Obviously the minting is pretty much free. So that one made quite decent gains for people. But this is a way to check if you want to see how much people are up and if it's potentially worth buying, because some others aren't up as much. For example, if you go to Ordinals Are Dead, you'll see here 6,666 for sale for €67. So I assume that the limit per mint was 6,666, which we can search. Ordinals Are Dead. You can see here, you can see the limit per mint was 6,000 indeed. And that's selling for about $67 each. So not that significant gains for this. So you can see it is quite risky. Minting is free, but in the end, you're going to be burning Bitcoin by minting. So you just have to figure out what's the pro alpha. Legit projects is the way to go. So that is how you navigate the marketplace. They also have etching where you can create your own runes. There's a lot of different platforms offering this now. You can also sort by adding your favorites. You can also sort by all and what's currently minting. Then the Unisat marketplace, in my opinion, a bit harder to navigate and it doesn't look as good. But here you can see the different tokens that are listed and you can see the total volume and the price. And here you can just pick one and buy, same as you would on OKX. So those are the marketplaces covered. I would recommend OKX. Next up is the Ordinals Explorer. So like Etherscan for Ethereum, here you can sort by runes, BRC20 and so on. So obviously you click on runes and here it will show you all the runes that are trending. You can sort by the oldest and newest. So this is also a way to find all the different runes that you are interested in. And if we go to, for example, sort by oldest and we click on Satoshi Nakamoto, here it will show us all the activity, the transactions, who transferred what to who, and everything that you'd expect from an Explorer. So this is the Explorer I'd recommend, Ordiscan. Then next up, I'm going to cover some projects that I'm bullish on. So this is pretty much everything you need to know. You need your wallet, you need the minting service, you need the marketplaces to trade, and the Explorer if you need some additional information. Then let's talk about some projects which I'm bullish on that are coming up. So Runes Terminal has been there from the start. Basically, it's going to be your go-to platform for runes. It's going to be a launch pad. It's going to have their own scan as well. You can etch. They're also going to have a swap. So really go-to for runes, and this is going to be a really legit project and worth looking and getting into, in my opinion. So I made a video on this one actually already in the beginning of April, which you can check out. I'll leave the link to that one, where I cover way more in detail about everything that they're going to be doing. So if we go to their Twitter, this is actually their launchpad Twitter. You can see they're going to be launching RunesPad. As you can see, RunesPad is the launchpad of Runes Terminal. So this is going to be really big for Runes. Obviously, a launchpad launching legit projects that are worth getting into. And obviously, you'll have to be holding Rooney token, which is a Runes Terminal token, to get access to those sales. So it's going to really have a lot of utility. Then we can see that this is where they say that you'll need that Rooney token to participate. And this is their Runes Etcher that they just recently launched. And then also they just introduced their first Runes Accelerator program, which is Ape Swap Runes. So this is going to be the first non-custodial AMM DEX for Runes protocol. So this is also going to be really big, where you can also bridge, trade, provide LP. That's always important for an ecosystem, and especially here in Bitcoin, where everything is trading, like as you can see here, where you're like kind of buying NFT. You're buying this one, you can't decide how much to buy. It's either 4,000 or, as you know. With that, you'll be able to just buy how much you want, as it is on Uniswap. So that's going to be really big for Runes. Then the next project, which I'm going to be talking about, obviously Runes Terminal Super Pro, definitely give them a follow and stay up to date. But the next one is Runestone, which is basically the go-to NFT for runes. And this one also has been there since the beginning. You got this. It was actually airdropped to people that held over 3 ordinals on their wallet. So you got this airdrop to you for free if you did have that. And it's actually worth a significant amount. At the moment, it's 0.037, but it was actually quite a bit higher. And I'm sharing this with you guys now because I think the entry is really good. They did announce that they will be doing a lot of airdrops for holders of the NFT. So you can see here, for example, this dog token later this month, that one, they had the snapshot for that. And as you know, in crypto, how it works is if you're holding NFT and they say if you hold this NFT, you're going to get an airdrop of this after this snapshot. After the snapshot, people sell the NFT to try and maximize their profits, because obviously it'll pump and then people sell it. And that's just how it is in crypto. So now it just happened that it sold, and you can see if you go to analytics, you can see the average price over the past 7 days was 0.075 up until a few hours ago, where it dumped actually quite significantly. If you go to this tweet, you can see it went down to 0.029, which is quite a big dump. And I think it's just going to go up again because there's more airdrops coming. So it's a really good entry opportunity, in my opinion. So really pro for that. If you want to get in, I think it's going to easily go back to all-time high, in my opinion. And I'm holding my one for getting all these rune airdrops. I think that's a good way to get involved, especially if you just want to buy and leave it and not look too much into it. That's a good way to get involved. So these are the runestones. If you do want to buy them, again, it's on OKX Marketplace. You just hover over the cheapest one, for example. You can add it to your cart, or you can just click on buy now and it will pop up with everything and just you can buy it immediately. Or if you add it to your cart, you can buy multiple and it will pop up over here. So that is how to buy a runestone if you are interested in buying that. So that wraps up my video on runes. Hopefully this video was educational for you guys and you learned something with regards to runes and helps you get involved with it if you are looking for that. Make sure to subscribe, always appreciate that. Join my channels on Twitter and Telegram, always active there and staying up to date with everything happening in runes. If I find any pro projects, I'll also share it there. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.